Welcome back to a very special Silent Hill 4 stream. I say it's very special because I hope to finish the game. Are
Ma
you ready for this, Oob?
Maria, my mom is a room named Maria.
Maria isn't in this game.
The hole takes me back to Maria.
Nah, we're not gonna find Maria. That would just be silly.
It's a West Side yeah, whatever. I kept waiting for you to cue me up and you wouldn't fucking do it. You fuck everything up like the Mets do. Mets! Let's go, Mets!
Welcome back to what is ostensibly a video game stream.
You told me to make as many Mets jokes as I wanted to.
Whoops, I think I loaded the wrong file.
Because the baseball season started and the Mets are already bad.
What a surprise.
Great, we love it.
If you haven't seen John Boy's video making fun of the Mets, I highly recommend it.
All you baseball lovers or non-baseball lovers.
Can I just load from the menu? Can I not do that? I loaded the wrong file and I would like to... Okay, you know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna reset the emulator.
Maria.
Let's see. How do I reset? Is there no...
You look like my wife, Maria.
Alright, we're just gonna... Okay, yeah, there we go. Reset system.
You were shot in the head, Maria.
You can still see everything, right?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Wanted to make sure that I didn't fuck everything up with the full screen.
My wife's in the trunk, Maria.
Whoa, spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers for a game that happened two installments ago.
And 2 decades ago as of the point of recording this.
Fine, I'll start making jokes about fucking the short message instead.
I think this year would actually be the 20-year anniversary of Silent Hill 4. Yeah, 2004. It's great I only noticed that now at the end of our stream. Also, I didn't load this with the wrong save file. I read the one below that is 814. It's not. It's 614. I loaded the correct one.
Alright, so there are no more holes to go in. Well, I mean, I guess you can go in there, but we're at the end of Walter's hole.
Right. Not a whole ton to do.
There was a very confusing death crime scene thing that didn't make any sense.
There was a lot that happened.
Walter somehow crucified himself and then walled himself into the room that he was dead in.
Yes. Also, I found out off stream that the steel pipe is not, in fact, the best weapon in the game. I just thought it was because I tried out the paper cutting knife. That sucked. I tried out the aluminum bat. That sucked. The golf clubs all break. So I just kind of assumed that the pipe was the best weapon in the game. But apparently the rusty axe is, so we're going to go with that for the rest of the playthrough. I could also use the pickaxe of despair. It's much more powerful, but it's also a lot harder to use. So anyway, what happened last time? We got to the bottom of Walter Sullivan. We discovered that adult Walter is actually child Walter, although we figured that out quite a while ago.
Yeah, like the first time he showed up, we were like, "Oh, the baby man."
I mean, I already knew this, but anyway, we found an extra little extension on our apartment.
We made our own hole. We didn't have enough holes, so we made a new one.
We found the real body of Walter Sullivan, from which we obtained these extremely evil-looking keys.
Shadow the Hedgehog ass fucking keys.
And we also got to meet Joseph Schreiber, the previous tenant of our apartment. In fact, he was coming from the ceiling right about here.
He kept telling us that we needed to kill Walter like 5 million times. Kill him.
So now we know what we have to do, and about the only thing left is to use these extremely evil-looking keys. Let's just make sure no one's outside first. Doesn't
Hi.
look like it.
Yeah, I
Also,
wouldn't want
Eileen
Frank
is in the past version of our room, but we don't have time to worry about that. We gotta use these keys.
I'm sure that will not come back in any way. Oh. What the hell?
Not here, too.
Well, we got a bit of a case of wall crawlies in our apartment. Oh, hey, Eileen.
Eileen?
Oh, the escort mission continues. Let's switch to our axe.
Honestly, I think the apartment looks better this way.
Yeah, they are. Well, let's see, actually. Do we have the, Hey, no bloody handprints on the wall anymore.
No, no bloody handprints.
And if we need to get back into room 302,
We just go in.
just go in the door. Don't
don't
need a hole anymore.
What an innovation.
Loading screen seems long. Oh,
Oh.
well, maybe I shouldn't have come back immediately, because we got a wall man.
Hi.
Do I have any holy candles in my inventory? Let's see. Doesn't look like it. Oh, we're just gonna ignore that.
Yeah, you're too slow.
Well, Walter says don't go out, but we're not going to listen to him, because Henry's a badass, don't you know?
What if Shadow came through the wall?
That would be spoopy.
Hopefully it'd be Lego Shadow, because if it was Lego Shadow, he wouldn't be allowed to have a gun.
Alright, well, Eileen's equipped. I'm equipped. Let's get exploring.
I'm equipped. I have some nuggies.
Oh, Eileen's going for someone. Say hi.
Oh, it's one of these fuckers.
Thankfully, we both have pretty powerful weapons. Oh. We got another one. Came up the stairs. Oh, sorry, Eileen.
Hit her in the face with a
This is
rusty
our
axe.
apartment building, but now it looks like some kind of nightmare.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
Eileen's a little slow on the uptake.
Yeah.
Just something on the floor.
There's a saint medallion, and I hear someone coming after us. She's coming up the stairs. Oh, we got a new enemy type. Let's try to get it in view. There we go. Looks kind of like a twin victim without clothes or without faces. I'll give you 3 guesses as to what this enemy is called. Time's up. It's called a bottom.
Oh.
Yeah, that's... I don't know why.
Well, I mean,
And well...
some
got
wonderful
stairs in
noises
this
coming from
room.
down in the basement.
Oh yeah, this is, and now we're down into room 201. If you remember upstairs in room 301, that was the porn addict's room. It's starting
I don't want to be under the porn addict's room.
soon.
What if the ceiling starts leaking? That'd be terrible.
Anytime now. Very soon now. Camera. Soon it will begin. Soon. Soon.
What, the Mets game?
Yeah.
The scariest
get.
thing of all?
Nutrition drink. How's my health looking now? I could use that. There we go. Now I'm filled up. The ritual. The ritual. Well, I guess we know what's starting soon. 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 Alright, let's, and yes, I am looking at the walkthrough this whole time just because, yeah.
I keep thinking that, like, the sort of wall fuzzies there, you know those pillows where if you, like, you run your hand
hi,
across
Walter.
them? Oh, hey. You know those pillows, or like, you know, when you have like a blanket or like like a shaggy carpet where you run your hand across it and then like the pattern changes based on where your hand was?
Mm-hmm.
I just want to run my hand against the squishy wall and see if that happens.
Oh, here's the room where the guy was drawing everybody in the apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Henry's not reading the actual things on them. He's just oh, but look here.
Oh, hey, that
Henry,
looks
there we
like
go.
it would be very good.
Some kind of strange sword. Of course, we're taking the sword of obedience.
What
Let's
are we
equip
using
this
on?
thing
There
so
aren't
we
any
can-
more ghosts left. Is Jasper gonna show up or something?
Jasper might show up, and we also left Richard.
Oh, I guess you're right. We didn't do anything with Richard, did we?
Yeah, because there was a sword that I missed way back in either Forest World or Subway World. I could go back and get it, but I'm not going to.
These streams are supposed to be fun, and backtracking's not fun.
Oops, did I go the right way?
It's actually
No, I did
backtracking
not.
all the goddamn way to the beginning of the game. Or not the beginning of the game, but the beginning of this half of the game,
Yep.
I guess.
There we go. That's what I was supposed to do. Oh, there's a bloody shirt. Henry's got nothing to say about it.
To be fair, at this point, if you're like, you know, several hours into nightmarish, you know, whatever, a bloody shirt probably at a certain point would be like, oh, hey, bloody shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, anything to say about this? Nothing to say about the stuff on the shelves.
I'm gonna get
he's looking at
desensitized
something.
after a while.
Yeah, something on the floor here. Can of bug spray.
Ugh, where was that the whole time?
Yeah, we're taking the bug spray. Effective against certain enemies. Well, I wonder what kind of enemies that could be. Well, if you remember, Walter was out in the hall here. Let's,
What if you picked up an item and it was a baseball card for Daryl Strawberry?
Well, Tim McCarver would be very excited by
He's the
that.
most... Oh, yes. Rest in peace, Tim McCarver. The best baseball announcer in history. And I just pissed
Should
off
we talk
every
about
base-
that?
I just pissed off every baseball fan. No, let's just, like, not explain any of our jokes
Okay.
about the Mets or, like, you know...
204. Apparently this room might be a little dangerous.
Just, you know, the Daryl Strawberry is his card is the most powerful weapon in any game.
Alright, so
You just hold it up to enemies and
we
they
want to
burst.
stay close to the kitchen, because you might have seen there in that little camera transition.
There's a spooky thing.
Walter's right over there, and he's going to shoot at us if we go any further than the kitchen, so I'm just going to pick up that nutrition drink
What a
and
what a
vamoose.
What a helpful camera angle. Looks like there's something on the floor there too.
Yep.
Or is that through the grate?
Doesn't look like I can examine it.
It might be on the level below. God bless you, Eileen, if she sneezed.
I
think
did
it's
not
funny-
notice. I was
I think it's
scrolling
funny
the,
that
the other monitor.
Can't get out of
I think it's
here?
funny that she sneezes.
Oh, we can, Eileen. You just gotta be patient. I'm strategizing.
Like Eileen is
Okay,
allergic to
so-
it.
This stairwell might be fun.
Hi.
We got a
Oh, it's
party.
these idiots.
A burping party.
I.
Oh.
Are these the worst Silent Hill enemies?
Possibly. All right, Eileen, you pin her down. I'm gonna give her the stomp. Oh, no, not what I wanted to happen.
Like they spam you. Like their attack is annoying.
Yes.
They fucking.
Whoops, oh
burn.
god, no, I didn't mean to go in the door. Okay, Eileen,
Alright.
we're gonna try that again.
Well,
And you know,
maybe they'll still be on the ground. She's
yep,
still
they
on the
are.
ground.
Get over here. Stop doing the moonwalk. Camera, please cooperate. Oh my god, door!
All right, I have a pro gamer strat. Okay,
Just
not to
run
backseat.
forward.
Not to backseat, but hey, maybe fight them away from the door.
Hey, at least you get to hear more of that sound effect.
I really don't know. Like, I know we talked about it, but like, why did they think that was a good idea?
Again, I think it was just a placeholder sound. Are you not dead? You're still not dead either. I think
It's
that's
the
the burping hallway.
my love-hate relationship
Oh,
with
not
the
yet.
sound design in this game, where it's like all the like, you know, background noise, like you know, so the atmosphere of the different environments. That sound design is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's on par with all the other, you know, sound design in the better Silent Hill games. But then you have burping nurses, and like you know, we mentioned the jaguar sound effect, or what, you know, all the enemy sound effects are really stupid. The little monkey men, like ooh, it's just a monkey, ooh, spooky.
Yep. Alright. Eileen's looking at something, it looks like. Yeah. Got a room with a bunch of
What a-
scribbles on it.
What a great, comforting room.
It's not even like weird things written on the wall. It's just scribbles. Oh, this is the gamer's room. Nothing to say about the any of the video games.
It's your room.
I'm
It's
not as
Cabo's
much of
room.
a retro. Well, I guess I am a retro gamer by today's standards.
We'll just say it's Cavo's room.
Yeah.
That's kind of what Cavo's living room looks like.
Yeah, a nutrition drink, and let's use one of them because I took some damage from the patients. Doesn't look like anything else in the gamer's room, just energy drinks, because you know gamers love those. I really don't... I'm just gonna put this out there. I don't like the fact that massive amounts of caffeine are sold to people that sit in a chair all day and play video games. I think that's a little fucked up.
You gotta have a lot of energy to play video games.
You really don't.
You gotta be highly caffeinated.
You really, like, half the time I'm sitting there playing Hollow Knight, like, half asleep. Oh, hi, Walter.
Oh, hey!
Get him, Eileen.
Shooting me, you cretin.
Oh my god, he's not staggering.
He's
There
got
we go. We got
what is
him
it,
in a
pole
loop.
stick?
Oh, stomp him. There we go.
Alright, now we killed him, so the game's over.
Not quite. He's staying down for now. Yep. All right. Take that
What is he
nutrition
holding
drink.
What is he holding, a pool cue? What is he holding?
Don't know. Oh, let's take
Holy candle. That'll help when we go back to the room.
Yep.
But yeah,
I'm
I don't
debating
know.
whether to backtrack to the room now because my inventory's getting pretty full.
It is almost as if, going back to your gamer hot take. It's almost as if the industry surrounding the gaming the gaming marketplace is bad.
Oh, that's
Oh, hey.
that's where, oh wait, no, this isn't
Feel like-
where someone died. Oh, but it's where we're gonna take care of Mr. Richard Braintree. Eileen, you hold him down while I switch to my gun. Oh,
Well, don't you get the sword of submission or whatever?
nope, can't use it quite yet. Now? I think I gotta shoot him while he's down. Oh. Almost. Alright. Come on. I don't want to keep using this ammo. There we go. I accidentally
Yay.
unequipped the medallion, so let's fix that. Alright. Now we're not going to have to deal with Richard anymore. We still have Jasper to contend with, but he's not as big of a deal, I don't think. Oh, and we got some regular pistol bullets. Let's stay on the axe for now. Oh, and I can go through here.
Just oh,
Anything? Well, there's some hanging bodies over there, but... Oh, we got a bottom over there. Pointing
hate
at
when
us. Eileen, you might have to sit this one out.
I hate when I see a bottom.
It's the worst feeling. Don't worry, Eileen. I'm a big, strong man, Henry Townsend. I will protect you.
I know how to
This
take
is
care of
going
bottom.
downstairs, which I don't even have the map for that yet. Let's see. How's my inventory looking? I used a few items. I'm good for right now. Well, little Walter's looking for Dad now.
This is what I do every time I need my taxes done.
Also, I have deviated very far from the walkthrough now, so I'm kind of on my own.
Hell yeah.
Oh, this is the audio files room.
Now this is your room.
I wish. I don't wish this was my bathroom. That's a little grody. Oh, and we got nutrition drink on the ground. Whoops, nope, I want to take that. Don't need it at the moment. This is the first time in a long time I've been able to stockpile a healing item. So that's exciting.
Yeah.
We're starting to pull ourselves out of the failure spiral of this game. Camera, thank you.
Some lady just keeps crying.
Yeah, don't quite know why. I mean, I can think of, like, symbolic reasons why, but you know what I mean.
Pull yourself together, lady. Jesus Christ.
Anything in here? That looks like another holy candle. And a
Maybe-
trip back to room 302 might be in order soon.
Maybe she's a Mets fan. That's why she's crying.
That would make sense.
Got the dress.
Oh, yes, there is a dress here. That looks like a familiar dress, if you've played
Yeah.
Silent Hill 2.
Yeah.
Don't know why that's here, actually, but
Maybe it's just an Easter egg.
maybe. Oh, and also, I can't hold anything else. I know I don't need to use it right now, but I'm gonna use the nutrition drink so I can pick up the ampoule.
Oh, yeah, that's a better,
And I think,
because you got that first aid kit, too.
yeah, I think I'd probably trek back to room 302. Hopefully, not have to deal with any Walter on the way back, but I'm not sure. Eileen? There you are. I gotta say, I really like the quiet soundtrack for the final dungeon in this game, as opposed to the previous games where it, aside from Silent Hill 2, I suppose, it tends to get very loud as the game progresses.
It's like, oh my god, we're built into the climax.
Yeah, whereas this one, it's a lot more somber, which I think fits the feel of the game very well.
Do you have depression?
Hey, Richard.
No, Richard.
No, you have the sword in you. You can't go anywhere.
I will put you back in the electric chair. You don't want that.
Where am I supposed to go here? Not there. It's right out in the living room.
That boy. I feel so
I don't.
Oh, Eileen? Coming?
Eileen, that boy is the one that carved numbers into your back?
So, well... I guess Eileen's feeling a little Stockholm Syndrome. Alright, is this the room where we had to deal with Walter, or was that a different one? I don't remember. Well, hopefully we won't have to deal with him here. Oh, hi, Walter. Well, let me get on the other side of you. All right, Eileen. Oh, nope, you weren't fast enough, Eileen. Yep. Walter, you can stop doing that. There we go. All right, Eileen, let me give him the stomp. Thank you. Okay, that could have gone better. And we're gonna have to go through that room again on our way back from the hole, so just keep that in mind.
206. That is the Walter Fun Time Room.
Yep. Let's see if anyone's been talking on stream. Nope. Okay, good. I haven't been ignoring anyone because there's been no one to ignore.
Yeah, YouTube.
Oh, and I'm
But you
actually...
said,
What were you saying?
you said you had some theory about the lady crying sound effects.
Oh, I assume it's just supposed to be related to Walter's mother.
Okay.
I missed the
I
staircase
didn't-
over here.
Implied that there's not ever going to be an actual explanation for that.
Oh.
It's just... That's why I thought I'd ask.
Yep, staircase up is here. Eileen, you better hurry up. Can't see you. Oh, and I missed... I think... Yeah, I'm actually going into a different section here. Not what I wanted to do.
Wasn't there a staircase in one of the second floor rooms up to the,
Yeah, 201. Okay, yeah, there is a connection between 203 and 202. I wasn't quite sure. But I think I do want to check out that third floor extension that I just went up to briefly.
Well, and you get some bullets.
Yep,
We like those.
of course we
Yeehaw.
do. And also, that'll bring us to the other side of that grate on the 3rd floor, which means we should be able to get into Eileen's room. Whoops, Eileen.
We can say hello to that wonderful little rabbit.
Coming. There you go. Whoops, the hole in the wall is over here? Nope, that was just garbage on the floor. So I guess we are still traversing through holes in the wall, just, you know, not our favorite hole. I heard something spooky happening. Hopefully that's not going to come back to bite us. Oops, that's not the stairs. This is the stairs.
And a dead bottom.
The most useless kind of bottom.
And that's
Hi, Walter.
saying something.
You didn't see little Walter was banging on the door, but
I
just
saw him.
just a ghosty.
I saw the little butthead.
Speaking of ghosties, let's take care of that.
Ghosty. Stay out of my room. That's illegal.
There he
Get
goes.
the fuck out of here. Don't you know that's impolite to just
Well, he left
crawl
all of his
through
wall
people's
slime
walls?
behind.
Oh, this yucky brownie batter.
Oh, there it goes.
I swear to God, we gotta change apartment buildings eventually.
Fucking neighbors, man. Alright, let's pop that in our inventory. Let's pop the candle in there. Now that I got a bit of handgun ammo, I'd like to keep what ammo for Richard's revolver I have. There's not that much now, but that's okay. Kind of used a lot of it taking care of Richard. Do I need the bug spray? Probably not, but I'm going to keep it anyway, just because I'm sure you want to see it used.
Well, I guess it depends on how much more stuff we're gonna be picking up. Or how many, but I mean, you know, they gave it to us this late in the game. I'm assuming there's still gonna be bugs to spray.
I would hope so.
At some point, that'd seem very silly.
I don't think that's just a New Game Plus weapon.
Well,
Alright, now let's,
did you save while you were in there?
no I didn't. Thank you for pointing that out. Sorry, Eileen. We gotta go record our progress. Gotta make sure that the next person who comes into room 302 knows what happens if we died. I assume that's the justification for Henry writing everything down. That's kind of the implication in Silent Hill 1 with Henry writing everything. There we go.
Harry.
I do find it kind of odd that they named the protagonist of this game Henry when the protagonist of the first game is already called Harry. It makes it very easy to confuse the two, especially when neither of them have that much personality.
What are you talking about? Henry has lots of personality. Remember that time he said, "What the hell?"
I do remember that time.
Yeah, you remember that.
Remember that other time that he said, "What the hell?"
Remember when he told Eileen to hurry up, you stupid cunt?
That was just me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got the two of you confused.
Eileen, thank you. Alright, I don't think it was this room. I think it was, yeah, 206. Or 206 that Walter was in. There it is. And, like, despite being relatively quiet, still manages to build up a lot of, very spooky atmosphere with the sounds that it does use here.
Alright, we were gonna go explore that one room, right?
Yep, up on the 3rd floor. There's all the dead patients. Good times when everyone was burping.
Yeah, I think
Eileen? You okay?
I think I'm gonna just say that the patients are the worst Silent Hill enemies, period.
Oh, there's that ammo.
And I'm including, I mean, like even including like Homecoming, even the stupid flower monster from Short Message is a better enemy.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with you. Alright, well, here's room 304. Oh, we got something in here. Oh, it's a wall man.
He just like flung him across the room.
There he goes. Say bye to the wall man. Ah, that was goofy.
He turned his life upside down.
Oh, Henry's looking at something else in here. I can't see what. Oh, it's a twin victim. That was pretty good. Good job there, game.
There's some books on the shelf.
Can't read them. Oh, not quite stomped yet.
We'll stop here.
Okay, there's a nutrition drink in here.
You like that?
Weird.
There's some rusty thing.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but we're just gonna move along, I suppose. Oh, yo, there's whiskey there. Let's get crunk.
Hell
Oh, wait, no, I think
yeah.
that's just ketchup. Never mind.
In a teapot.
Yeah, I think that's just ketchup.
Hell yeah!
Yeah,
Ketchup.
let's get drunk on ketchup.
I don't know why did they put ketchup in the teapot? Why is it next to the teapot?
I don't know. Hey, Eileen, we're going into your room.
What is this, Pittsburgh? Oh. Oh, your room's dirty.
Well, yeah, the last time anyone was in here, she kind of got... Oh, where did you come from?
Hey!
Where did you come from?
Who invited you? Nobody wants you around.
For some reason, Eileen has revolver bullets in her room. Eileen?
You stayed at.
I don't know what
There's
state
something
we're
on the couch.
in. I don't know if guns are legal.
Was there something on the couch there? Or is it just like a texture?
I think Yeah,
purse.
that's just another purse. You can't take that one. Oh, can I do anything with the clothes? This is Eileen's blood.
Oh my
Eileen! Eileen, this is
Look
your
at-
blood, Eileen.
Look at your blood! Oh my god!
Can't actually get into her bedroom, unfortunately. So if apparently, if you've cleared the game with one of the endings where Eileen survives, then on your next playthrough here, there will be an item, I believe, on these coat hangers. It's a nurse uniform that you can get Eileen to wear in future New Game Plus cycles.
Oh.
And it is it's very revealing, we'll say.
Oh, let's take a look at Google Images here.
Wearing that also unlocks an alternate outfit for Cynthia in her first level within Subway World, and her ass is just straight hanging out.
Oh my.
As we've mentioned before, this game is a little horny.
That is not what I was expecting.
I didn't have the foresight to edit these into the OBS so I could show them to you, so if you want to see, I guess you'll just have to search for yourselves.
Well, you know, you gotta motivate people to play through the game again somehow.
And also, I have no idea if I'm going to get any of the good endings. Alright, remember, room 206, Walter's in here. Eileen, let's fucking go.
Eileen, you go first.
Where is he? Where is he? Alright, yep,
There.
there.
There's an
Oh,
airplane.
he's shooting at me. Eileen? Oh, okay.
He's shooting through the wall.
Oh. There we go. Okay, that didn't go too badly.
I don't see what's so funny, personally.
Walter. Thank you.
We need to get some bugs in this room for Walter to shoot.
Yeah. And for us to hit with our aerosol.
Why don't we give him the bug spray?
Eileen. Eileen really enjoys standing in doorways. Hi, Richard.
Hi.
Alright, now. Go downstairs. How much of this have I explored? Not much, okay.
Listen to this fucking Silent Hill ass music.
I love it. Alright, 106? I feel like I've already been in here, but I guess not.
You've been in this room. This is the room with the nurse uniform or whatever.
No, this was Eileen's room. That was 303. Let me just make sure
No,
there's nothing in here.
it's-
I think
it's
I
on the
was
bed.
already in here.
Yeah,
That's Mary's
that one.
outfit. That's not a nurse
I'm
uniform.
sorry, Mary. That's what I meant. Mary's outfit.
Alright. Where am I? There's the exit. I think I would know by now from going in so many of these apartments. That's the way I came. Oh, there's Frank's room, but there's some chains there we can't get in.
I don't know if I want to go in Frank's room again anyways.
Yeah, fair. Something tells me we might have to.
His room is stinky.
Alright, well, now we're in the first floor lobby. We could just exit the apartments.
Yeah, let's get the
Where
fuck
are
out of
you
here.
going? Oh, Eileen?
He's looking at the.
She really wants to look at that. Well, we can try leaving first.
She's looking
No,
at
we
the
can't.
butthole in the center of the room.
There's a piece
The
of paper
butthole.
here. It's a sketchbook.
That looks like shit.
Walter's father? Well, it's a bunch of scribbles where his face is supposed to be, and that's not a good drawing, Walter.
Walter's a shitty artist.
Eileen, you're just gonna stand there and stare at it?
Oh well. Just don't get yourself killed looking at it.
Alright, well, I guess you can just stay here for now. Have fun, Eileen. Oh, there's something here.
Oh hey.
Shut the hell up. You can't blame it all on me.
Where'd he go?
He gone.
He gone.
Oh no. It go. It gone. Bye-bye.
Oh, it's
hi,
these
Wallman.
guys.
Well, I think I might just be able to, yeah, kind of slip around them. Yeah, they're kind of a... And now you can kind of get a better look at what the enemies in the One Truth fight look like. Kind of got these bars in the way, but yeah. Anything else in this room? Oh,
Eh.
yep.
I told you we shouldn't have a baby, didn't I?
Well, now we're getting what seems to be a bit of insight on Walter's father.
That he liked to teleport.
Yeah. Oh, hello.
Oh, hi. He's pointing.
Oh, there's
at
a
us.
dodge button in this game? There's been a dodge button this whole time?
Wow,
Well,
that's
then.
cool.
Okay, good to know.
I'm shooting at you.
Let's use the first aid kit. Did I go in here yet? Nope. Let's do that. Say hi to bottom. Oh, it's a bottom party.
There are so many bottoms in this room. Oh, there's a head on the bottom. That's why it's called a bottom. You see, there's a head where his dick should be.
Well, that's what we call a glans.
Does that mean that his those little things on his head are his balls?
Maybe.
He's a reverso man. His balls are on his head, and his head is on his dick head.
Thankfully, one of them went down.
That was what was in the notes when they were designing the character.
These guys are kind of giving me the little 1-2 buckle my shoe. Oh, I think that other one's still alive. Let's give him another stomp.
Get out of there.
Maybe not.
Stand it anymore.
Well, anyway, I actually got to interact with that Walter body, so that's good. Oops. And, kind of hard to show right now, because I'm not going back to Frank's room every single time, but if I went back to Frank's room, after every one of those bodies that I interacted with,
There's less
there would be a chain
chains.
gone.
Some guy over here.
So I think I've interacted with, what, 3 now? 3 or 4, so there may be 2 chains left.
I think there's been 3.
I just
so
wanted to make a 2 chains joke.
We're not to
Oh.
2 chains yet, but
My
we're
sense
getting.
medallion is going off, which means... Oh. Oh, hey, it's a dead cat wrapped in a pair of jeans. I think we already examined that last time through.
Yeah, it's passe at this point.
That super hears him, we're in trouble. There's something about that guy. I
There's
just
Oh, it's a
don't
ghost.
like
There's a
him.
ghost. I don't think that's Jasper. That's okay, because we're out of here.
I noticed the because he's waiting for us out there. It looks like there's a bottom out there waiting for us, and
Yep.
they point at you before they get you, and that seems
The
to
twin
be
victims
like
do as well.
the recurring theme. Because remember, Walter was pointing at you when he was looking at us from the other side of the apartment. So there's something about
Oh, yeah.
some kind of like some purpose to that, I suppose. Oh, there's another
Yep.
daddy guy over there.
That's actually Walter wrapped in like a bag or a straitjacket or something. Not
Oh.
sure.
Little crybaby.
Now we should be at 2 chains.
We also got
So-
one in that last room that I was in, so
Now we get to be different.
I think there's only one left. Oh, yep, this is the room with all the model guns.
Look at all these guns. Imagine if only they were real. You could use them
Be
against the
nice,
enemy.
but I don't think any of them are.
Well, just pretend. Just fake them out.
Like Persona.
Fake them out with the Uzi.
Oh, we can see a friend over here.
Hi.
Hurry up. Get packed.
Well, I guess that's 6, right?
I believe so. Just make sure there's nothing else in here that I want. Henry's looking at something. Something I want.
Ammo.
Speaking of which, let's reload. Can I? Oh, I gotta switch my gun, that's right. And how's my health looking? I don't think I need to use either of those right now. But I probably should, because I know there's going to be an item that I need. I don't really want to go all the way back to room 302. I'm just going to use that now. There's the exit. Alright, well, before we go into Frank's room, should probably check on Eileen. She's been hanging out by herself for a little while.
Where is she again? Oh, she's in the foyer
there.
there.
Eileen?
It's terrible. That poor little boy.
I didn't notice that. That's spoopy.
His parents just threw him away.
Dick knows.
Right after he was born. Poor
Sketchbook.
Frank. He really thinks that room 302 is his mother. I've gotta help him.
Eileen, he tried to murder you.
Well, what's also been implied so far is that Eileen has been possessed by Walter Sullivan to some extent throughout the whole game. Alright, well, we got all the stuff. We've got Eileen, so let's check out Frank's room.
It's neat that they, because they could have just had that cutscene happen when you walk into the foyer, but they're like, oh, we're just gonna stick her to it and plant the seed, and then show you the cutscene after you've gone through and canoodled with all the little Walter corpses.
There's something glitching out over here. I think
What's
that's just
this
an emulator
thing?
bug. That's just a pencil holder. Henry's looking at something. Just want to make sure there's nothing else in here that I need.
It's his can full of umbilical cords.
Nutrition drink, but I don't think I need that right now. I got another item that I need to pick up, and it's this box that, if you remember, last time we were here, stinks really bad.
Man, it must smell really bad.
It's Walter. He's crying. Even finishing the 21 sacraments? It won't help that boy. I'm going back, Henry. To the room where he is. We're the only ones. We're the only ones that can stop him.
Oh, see ya, Eileen.
Yay, no more escort missions.
No more escort missions.
Oh, this game's awesome. We got an umbilical cord.
Walter Sullivan's umbilical cord. The superintendent has kept it for years.
Why? Who knows?
Oh, reasons, I guess. Yeah, I've got full health, so I really don't need to... I don't think I need to bother getting that drink.
We probably shouldn't have brought the bug spray.
No, it's... Well, let's just equip it and use it just to...
We can get the health drink.
Just to... Well, if I wanted the camera to show Henry using it... There we go.
Because, like, if we run into the bugs, just axe them. I'm not really sure what the fucking point in this
I
thing
don't
is.
know if you can run out of the bug spray or not, but yeah, that's what it does. You spray it.
Boy. That's crazy. Oh no. They're doing this shit again. You know what that means.
Well, it showed a couple twin victims in that cutscene, but that wasn't really a normal ghost introduction. Woman, is this Eileen?
That's not what my first thought would have been.
Well,
That's very
Henry seems to think
unflattering.
that everything is related to Eileen.
This fat round bitch, this has gotta be Eileen.
Alright, let me make sure I'm not missing anything really quick.
Fucking Henry, I swear to God. How can you say Henry doesn't have personality?
Okay, I think, yeah, I gotta go up these stairs. So now our goal
He is
to get
definitely,
back to room 302.
see, he's like, Henry's like James, except with no explanation for why he's such a dipshit.
I like Henry, but he's not the best protagonist ever. Oh, we got a couple of bottoms over there.
Like with James, it's like, oh, he's weird, but it's like, it's because he's going through some stuff. Henry, it's like, I don't know. For all I know, his life could have been normal up until today.
And
No
if you
reason
remember,
why.
Walter Sullivan was in the next room over. I don't know if he's still going to be there now, but I'm going to just run through this as quick as I can. Not here. There. Oh, they got to the bottoms. Okay, we're just gonna go into here to reset the enemies. I think you were saying something before, but I got kind of distracted. Sorry.
I was just talking about, it makes no, like, Henry's weirdness is not explained, basically.
Yeah.
I said I think I said the gist of it.
Henry is our autistic king.
It sort of starts to make you think like, okay, was James being weird intentional, or are the people who make these games just also weirdos?
Well, I mean, Heather was a pretty good, normal person for the most part. Even despite being,
Yeah.
you know, a split, version of Alessa's personality.
Well, like Maria had moments when she was normal.
Right.
I don't know.
Like, the voice actor that did, Maria and Mary in general did a fucking wonderful job, in my opinion. Like, you were there when I cried at the ending of Silent Hill 2, as I do every time.
Certainly. But my point is just like, it's like, I think most of the voice acting in Silent Hill 2 is good, but like, the other characters their voice acting is good, and they're also fucking weirdos.
Well,
So
with Angela,
it makes
her
it
voice
clear
acting
that
is
like,
good because she sounds like a fucking weirdo.
yeah, where it's clear that like Maria, like, sounds like a person who like exists in the real world. So it's like, okay, there's obviously intentionality behind that, but this game, it's like, oh, everybody's just fucking weird.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know why they're weird. I don't care. I'm not bothered.
It's
by
kind
the
of
fact they're weird.
amusing. Oh, we
I'm
got
just-
some enemies on the way to our room. Hi, Walter, again.
It's just like, I don't know why. I guess they were just like, well, they were weird in 2, so let's make them weird now. And like in 3, the cult people are weird, but they're weird in a different way.
Yeah.
Like they're weird in like a very over the top kind of like not quite campy, but like very like they're like, they know what movie they're in, basically.
Yeah.
Um
Also,
it's not like-
it's kind of just standard PS1 voice acting from the time.
Well, the first the Silent Hill 1, it's just I don't know if the bad voice acting in that is deliberate. There's just
Yeah, I don't
That's
think
just-
it is.
that's just the 90s.
Alright, we're gonna take Richard's revolver. We're gonna take some Richard's revolver bullets. Don't need the Saint Medallion anymore. Don't need Eileen's nightstick anymore. Those items are completely useless from here on out. We're gonna take this ampoule. I don't have a ton of healing items, which I think will actually be fine. 4, 5, 6, 7.
Are we gonna take the other gun?
Don't want it, actually.
Oh, okay.
I'm debating if I want to ditch one more item or not, because what's coming up is a little strange. Let me just read a little bit just to see what I gotta come up against. Because I think I might want to have 4 inventory slots clear, but I'm not entirely sure.
I was gonna say, it looks like you've got about 3.
I do. 2. So how many? Okay. So I think I do want 4 inventory slots clear. I need the umbilical cord. That is 100%. The question is, do I get rid of stack of revolver bullets? Or do I get rid of a nutrition drink? I think I'd rather have the healing. Oddly enough. We're going to save, so if this doesn't work, I can try again. Alright, and I believe... Let's just check our room, make sure we don't have any more hauntings. Henry, want to wash your hands? Of course not.
Yeah, I was just holding an umbilical cord. I don't need to wash my hands.
Check the laundry room. There's the hole. We could go all the way back and get, I didn't mention this in the playthrough yet, but apparently, after you get the cutscene with, Joseph Schreiber in the apartment, you can go back through this hole and go, like, all the way back through that stairwell, back through, all the worlds that we visited so far. And apparently, back at the beginning of Hospital World, a new box of Richard's revolver bullets has spawned, I'm not going to get that. That would be an incredibly stupid use of my time.
We got a lot of bullets for revolver anyway.
Right. I'm not even bringing all of them with me right now. Just check the bathroom, check my room, make sure there are no hauntings left. There's our bathtub full of blood.
We don't want to be haunted.
Do we have to pee?
You know, the toilet
No.
is surprisingly clean.
Yeah, it's got a bit of blood splattered on it from the shower, but it's really not that bad.
It looks fine for the most part.
And the bedroom.
It's just surprising. This is a Silent Hill game. You'd think that they'd be like, oh, it's a toilet. Come on, it's a Silent Hill toilet. We gotta fuck that shit up.
I'm always watching.
Oh, it's our favorite haunting.
Fucking phone.
Always watching.
Let's grab a holy candle before we depart for
Deal
the
with
end
this.
game.
You ain't gonna be watching me for much longer, buddy.
Because your ending, I guess I can say now, your ending depends on two things. Your ending depends on how many hauntings you've cleared, and whether or not Eileen survives what's about to happen. The hauntings, I believe you have to...
Always watching you.
I believe you have to clear, like, at least 80% of them for, like, the good haunting variant of the ending. As for Eileen, well, you'll see soon. But, yeah, I don't know how many hauntings I've cleared as opposed to hauntings that just went away on their own. We could have cleared 80%, we might not have. I have no idea.
I'm trying to think which ones we did not clear. We didn't clear the babies, I remember that.
We didn't clear the shoes. There might have been one instance of wall mold that we didn't fix, I don't remember. Either way, we've done everything we can with the hauntings now, so no use worrying about it. As for the Eileen part, also notice.
Walter,
no more
he gone. He gone.
As for Eileen, so I'll explain this now because I don't know if I'll have time to explain it during the final boss fight. So, how much you might remember earlier on, I used a holy candle because Eileen was looking very damaged.
He got all beat up, yeah.
This will make more sense in a moment, but how fast Eileen moves during this next segment depends on how much damage she's taken across the entire playthrough. Not like how bad she currently looks. Like, apparently, if you've used a holy candle in this in the game, it's not going to matter at all in the final segment, which is why I didn't bother to use one on her again. I only used one on her earlier, so she would actually follow me. So, we're gonna see how bad this is. We might get the worst ending, we might get the best ending. I honestly have no idea what's going to happen.
I feel like she didn't get beat up that much. I don't know.
Well, she got beat up enough to where I had to use a holy candle on her, so I don't know. But anyway, in the depression... Wait a minute. This is no normal depression.
This is advanced depression.
I feel that, Henry. When I stare into it, I feel like I could be sucked in. Like it's connected to some other dimension. Well, I lied. We got one more hole.
Yay!
Maybe a hole that once you enter, you can never leave. Are we going to go in? Well,
Of course we're gonna go in.
We go into the hole. What else have we been doing for this entire game?
Oh, so is the crucifix floating over the hole?
It's I don't know. Don't think about it.
Well, whatever. Looks like it's kind of got like some kind of liquid inside of it. some sort of hole
Yeah,
puddle.
that was the black liquid that was dripping from Walter's body.
Oh, cool.
There's Henry in the fetal position. I wonder what that's supposed to represent.
I don't know. I'm ready. Depression. Now we're deep in the fluid.
And hello, Intari boy. Sorry I did not see your comment until now. Well, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna vape escape really quick.
What a lovely environment. And look, they're friends.
Can't interact with them. Sorry about that.
Just, they're just hanging out.
Well, there doesn't seem to be anything else in this room, but big ol' hole.
Just looks like some sort of, experimental art piece. It's like a room at the mattress factory here in Pittsburgh. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Let's say hi to Mom. And say hi to Walter.
We've seen Walter. He knows us. I don't think we need to say hi to him.
And say hi to Eileen.
Hi.
Hey there, little Walter. Just a little longer now. Henry, you're it. The last of the 21 sacraments. The final sign. The receiver of wisdom.
Alright, let's get going. The first thing we need to do... Oh. Give me a moment. I think what I gotta do is I gotta run over here. Oops, not here. Other way. And... switch to the umbilical cord. Use that. We have
It's
to...
stinky.
Something about the flesh of the conjurer and the true body of the mother. I don't remember. It was talked about in one of Joseph's notes. So we're going to pull all of these spears. This is why I wanted 4 empty inventory slots. So I can just go down the line. Grab all these.
Boop.
And you can see Eileen walking forward there.
Eileen, don't do that.
Like I said, how much damage she's taken determines how fast she's going to walk, so we'll see.
Eileen.
Oh, Walter's shooting.
Chop up Walter.
Oh, I gotta take these spears. Okay, good. Start using them. That's 4. Now we go down the other side. Oh. Okay, good. My animation made him
he
not
just-
shoot at me.
He just Jedi,
Yeah, he just kind of teleports. That was a good teleport, Walter.
Eileen.
Oh, he's gonna shoot. Oh, he didn't. Don't know what he did there, actually.
Fuck you, Walter.
And that's 4. Now, we go for Walter.
Why, you fuckface?
Just stand back up so I can aim at you. Oh. Oh, couldn't dodge a bullet. Only 1 bullet left? Okay.
Time to
Use our drink. Start. Oh, he does a spin attack. Let's get close so he doesn't shoot. Oh,
I love the ragdoll physics.
let's hope I can take him down fast enough for Eileen to not die.
Just does a little top spin.
I think I'm in a good position right now, because he'll just keep doing that, and that doesn't take much health off, really. Let's make sure I'm on my ampoule.
Stupid dickhead.
Classic Silent Hill boss fight.
Stupid shit happening.
All right, Walter, you and me.
Alright, yeah, come on.
Oh, I think that's it. Let's just keep walloping him. Try to stomp him. All right.
Hey!
First try boss fight. Didn't even have to use the ampoule.
That was really dumb, but it seemed like it was kind of fun.
It was kind of fun.
I'm glad you did your homework, because I don't know if I would have figured all that shit out on my own.
That wasn't the walkthrough that helped me with that. That was watching Super Great Friend.
Okay.
Although I guess the walkthrough told me there were 4 on each side.
Eileen?
Let me in. Mom.
Sound got a little fucky.
Sounds fine for me. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's okay now. I don't know what happened.
I just been Discord.
Now his arm is broken. It all comes full circle.
I think he's just sore. He's just got a little boo-boo.
At least he doesn't have to wash his hands.
You really should at this point.
Eileen.
One thing on his mind, dude.
Eileen.
Day after.
Eileen, we gotta replay the game so I can get you that nurse's outfit.
Not doing that.
It's important. Oh no, flowers. It's just like the short message.
Oh no, it all comes full circle.
No. She's dressed normal again.
Thanks. Well, I guess I can go back to South Ashfield Heights now.
And that was Silent Hill 4. That ending was, I believe, the ending where I don't clear enough hauntings. In the ending variant where I do, and Eileen survives, she's just like, oh, guess we gotta find a new place to live, or something like that. The good endings kind of suck, in my opinion.
So it's just like, oh, whether or not our apartment's gonna be gross at the end.
Yes.
Or whether we're just gonna leave. Well, I guess the important thing is that she lives.
Yep.
What happens if she doesn't live?
I don't remember the ending where... Oh yeah, the ending where she lives, but you do clear enough haunting... Or the ending where she dies, but you do clear enough hauntings. Henry just wakes up and he hears on the radio about Eileen dying and like is like, oh no, Eileen, or whatever. And in the ending where you just fuck everything up, you see child Walter and adult Walter just hanging out in the haunted ass apartment.
Oh.
Which is my personal favorite ending of this game.
I was gonna say,
I don't think any of them are that great, but
we could have just let Eileen get the shit kicked out of her this whole time, not worried about it.
well, I wanted to try to get the like best for Henry ending that I could.
Alright. That wasn't a terrible ending.
Nah, I know I've been nitpicking quite a bit, but I like Silent Hill 4.
I think it's kind of funny that it's like, oh, well, we did win. We beat the game. We're all going to live happy. But, like, you know, for some reason, the room's just going to stay gross.
Yeah. Frank is going to have trouble renting that room out.
Why? They're still going to live there.
I don't know why.
It's just, well, I guess maybe that's what it always looked like. Who knows? Maybe there's nothing, maybe he's used to it at this point. Who knows?
Yeah, but no, I know we've been nitpicking this whole time. I want to be clear. I do like this game. I think it's got a really, really interesting, really unique story, and even though its experiments don't work all the time, I like how it plays with the Silent Hill formula and does try new things while still, like, keeping the atmosphere and keeping the spirit of the first 3 games, you know what I mean?
It certainly felt like a Silent Hill game.
Absolutely.
Just watching.
And, like, I don't want to be, like, one of those guys that's like, oh, the Team Silent Hill games are all invariably good, and all of the Western-developed games are all poo-poo doo-doo when they suck. Because I do legitimately think there are some good ideas in the Western-developed games, and also this game is certainly less than perfect, as are the previous games.
But also...
But yeah, but anyway, like, the point I was trying to make is that, this game certainly feels more like a traditional Silent Hill game than, say, Silent Hill Origins even, which... you know, kind of gets the look of a Silent Hill game, but just doesn't quite get the writing or the tone. Or like Silent Hill Shattered Memories, which kind of has the writing of a Silent Hill game, but doesn't really have the look or the gameplay. This definitely fits in with the first 3 games much better than those, I believe.
And it's also slightly better than Homecoming.
Just a little bit. Yeah, I didn't mention Homecoming or Downpour. Well, one, I'm not that familiar with Downpour myself, but
Oh,
Homecoming is just not.
it doesn't get a single thing right.
Right. Anyway, result screen here. It appears I missed 2 memo items. Apologies for not being thorough enough.
Just under 9 hours.
9 hours in game time. I don't think that counts cutscenes or load times or anything. 6.4 stars. I'm happy with that. I don't know what determines your rank in this game, but
It
and
doesn't
of course we're
though.
gonna save.
It might have been helpful to know how many hauntings we got compared to how many needed to be.
Yeah,
covered.
that would have been a nice statistic to show
That
us.
would have been, but whatever.
Yeah,
I guess that would kind of break the, the whole, because then you'd be counting out. Oh, I got this many done. I got that many done. I don't know.
Yeah, but I've gone over a lot of my nitpicks before on stream, and we talked about this a little bit off stream. I don't think this game is as good as the first 3 Silent Hill games. I did not enjoy playing through it as much as those games, because at least the gameplay for those games for the most part feels fluid. Like, while you may be bumbling around trying to figure out what the fuck you're supposed to do, like moment to moment, like moving around, shooting monsters, once you get used to the tank controls in those games, it feels pretty good in my opinion. In this game, it's kind of a death by 1,000 cuts in that sort of aspect, because you've got the kind of awkward movement that isn't tank controls, but they don't feel like they've completely figured out how to make a character like move in a way that feels good in 3D without tank controls, which wouldn't be that bad on its own. But you've also got hyper aggressive enemies that'll just literally jump from across the screen at you. You've got to deal with Eileen not following you properly during the second half of the game. You got to deal with the ghosts that'll follow you around. You got to deal with Walter Sullivan in the second half of the game. It just kind of compounds, and there's a certain point where the game gets incredibly fatiguing to play.
Well, it's like, okay, if you're gonna throw all this shit at you, maybe you don't want to do the whole Silent Hill thing where like movement in combat is very difficult. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
like which I get the point is that it's supposed to be like spooky, that like you're not supposed to be like tearing shit up because that wouldn't make it as spooky. But like,
Right.
if that's the case, then maybe like you know. Anyway, it's not even that you have to scrap all these ideas. It's just like maybe like one at a time.
Yeah. And
Or
I
something
think a
like
lot of it would work a lot better if just Eileen followed you better and had AI that made sense, and you didn't have to constantly micromanage whether or not she was holding a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I guess.
if you just had like a sort of one button interact with Eileen interface, like a Resident Evil 4 had with Ashley with the wait and follow button. If you had kind of something like that where it was either follow me or attack enemies, like just a one button interface like that for Eileen, I would think would go over a lot better than having to shuffle around in your inventory to equip or unequip her weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, again, I know, like, horror game, you kind of want to have that little inventory shuffle, and that's why the inventory is incorporated into the real-time gameplay and not the menu. That's something that I understand. But at the same time, it's like, it doesn't really add to realism by any stretch of the imagination, because Henry could just easily go, Eileen, stop being a dipshit and follow me, you know?
Right. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, like I think that that's all very true, or at least it seems like, from what I'm observing. Obviously, you're the one playing the game, but I believe all of what you're saying. I suppose though, it's the you think about all of this stuff we're talking about on paper, and that's really ambitious to do all the stuff they've done. And
Yes.
considering that, I do think, the execution is probably better than, could be done by a worse development, or a worse, a worse creative group. I mean,
Yeah.
it's executed probably as well as you could expect it to, for the technology they had at the time. I just think it's worth pointing out that I guess there is a respect to be given for pulling it off the way they did, even if like maybe there are individual elements that like are not perfect.
Absolutely. But
Because
to kind of play devil's advocate a bit, I can definitely understand why this game bounced off of a lot of people, especially due to its difficulty going into the second half. Because obviously I had a walkthrough that I was at the very least peeking at through most of the game. People when this game came out probably did not have that, and I can easily imagine a lot of people getting into the second half of the game, not understanding that you really need to conserve your healing resources for that second half. You really need to conserve your ammo for that second half. You really need to like understand the layout of these areas. And I think people back in the day that really didn't understand that going into this game, yeah, they just kind of bounced off of the difficulty and didn't really, I don't want to say didn't appreciate the good aspects of the game, but didn't really have a chance to see a lot of them.
Yeah. I hey, I don't like I've complained about the sound design for the enemies
Yes.
enough, but I think on the whole, I think that the most of the design choices are fine.
I think the visual design is fine, but it's worth noting that this game really does not look as good as the previous Silent Hill game, Silent Hill 3. And I think that was probably a disappointment for a lot of people.
Um, I'm thinking back to Silent Hill 3. I don't know. I
Because
mean,
like when you got to remember when we were playing Silent Hill 3, I was playing on PS2 hardware. I'm playing this like upscaled to 1080p, so like the resolution is going to look better.
I gotcha.
I think the environmental design in Silent Hill 3 was a lot more varied. Like all of the rooms to me looked very unique. You had a very good sense, or I had a very good sense of where I was in that game just by what the rooms looked like. Everything felt very lived in that game, where there was just all this flavor text everywhere, where Heather was always commenting on just bits of the environment. That's also how you got a lot of character from Heather. I understand that's not the focus with Henry, but at the same time, like, I think there is a bit of a downgrade in terms of just stuff to look at and environmental variety in this game.
Yeah, well, and especially since you spend so much time in that room.
Mhm.
Um, I guess, but and then that's sort of the other thing when you talk about all the different stuff that's crammed into the game. Like one trade-off you're gonna have when you have all these different ideas about how the combat is gonna be and all the different like the hauntings and this, that, and the other is that you are gonna lose like just literally like production time and budget to like work on stuff like that.
Right.
To build the environments up, to um focus more time developing Henry as a character.
Which
um
I don't think the point I just made would be as big of a thing if you didn't also have to go through these environments a second time and there was very little change as to what you could actually examine or do in them the second time.
yeah, I mean, I guess it's like, oh, there's some fluids on the wall. Ooh.
Right. But like if you man, if it feels kind of douchey to keep comparing this game to other Silent Hill games, but this is the nitpicky part. It's kind of going to inevitably come up. Like if you look at Silent Hill 1, 2, or 3, like when you transition from a regular version of a level into the other world version, like pretty much every like environmental thing that you can examine changes. Like there's just a whole bunch of new items to look at. Like when you go into the other world of the elementary school in Silent Hill 1, oh, there's a wheelchair. What's that doing there? That doesn't belong here. Whereas I just don't feel like that happens in this game.
Well, I mean, I made the joke about when they had the building world, where it's like, it's like the world's shittiest Mario level, building world, and it's like it kind of is sort of like, could we have gone anywhere else? I don't know. Um, I guess when I like, because like I said, I mean, it started from a compliment about the design. I guess what I mean is like I do think that it is like the stuff that's in there. Like I do think that there are um like I like the design of the twins. I like the design of I honestly I like that like when the ghosts come back, they're kind of like that's like the one area where it's like when Jasper comes back and he's on fire,
Yeah.
or Andrew comes back and he kind of looks like he's kind of like bloated from being drowned, or like Richard's all and kind of being like once you realize what's going to happen every time, you're like, oh, it's cool, they're going to come back and they're going to kind of look different or whatever, and you kind of look forward to being like, oh, what's this ghost going to look like? What's that ghost going to look like?
Yeah, I really like the
Um,
designs of all the ghosts. I think it's really cool.
and even though it's very I guess. Uh, Sweaty, we'll call it. The cutscenes introducing the ghosts do kind of like it's kind of like, oh shit, here we go, we're
Yeah.
gonna see the new ghost. Um,
Yeah, and it does a pretty good job of varying up where they're going to appear in the levels. Like Cynthia appears like halfway through the area, then Jasper, I don't think you see him until the end of his area, then Richard you encounter right at the beginning. It varies it up so you don't really know when to expect to see them until the cutscene happens.
yeah, and for as much stuff as there is, a lot of it does feel consistent with the sort of thematic elements that they're playing with.
Hmm.
Everything does kind of feel like it plays into this whole like the room as a womb, or the apartment as like this all the themes of like in utero,
Yeah.
pregnancy, whatever, all that fetal shit, or like I mentioned about how the enemies point at you, like it's all everything does feel like it all like nothing got too far away from the story stuff. Like nothing felt like it's like, oh, what the fuck is this here for?
Yeah,
Which
we were
I do think is impressive
I
because
think
there's a lot of
after
stuff.
last week's stream we were talking about how this game's story kind of has a similar weirdness to Silent Hill 1, where it's like you kind of just have to accept the idea that this guy thought that an apartment was his mom. But
I kind of do.
I think the story works a lot better than the story of Silent Hill 1, at least for me, because it does have those running themes throughout the entire game that do come back around. And also just because like the way it's presented, like everyone just kind of rolls with it, so it's like, yeah, I guess I'll roll with it too.
hmm Yeah, and it's like at the same time, I like that there's like a lot of stuff that doesn't quite ever get explained nicely. Like the one thing about some of the I mean, like Silent Hill 1 is like too opaque, and Silent Hill 2 like is such an over-examined game because
Mhm.
it's the most critically acclaimed of the series, that like everything has a fucking wiki article about it explaining all the like how this relates to that and whatever. And 3 is mostly balanced, but like you kind of need to know a lot about the lore of the first game
Right.
in order to get it. Whereas this one, it's like you don't have to know anything. It's like there's enough stuff that is explained so that you can keep track of it all. But there is stuff like the pointing or like the crying in the basement, and just little weird shit like
Mhm.
this that is not explained, to where like this feels like it's the most balanced as far as like how much and how little it explores certain aspects of the story. Um,
And while you mentioned that this game is pretty much a standalone story from the other games, I do think this game has a good amount of fan service in it that I appreciate as a Silent Hill fan, like the fact that the entire story is basically just a reference to a news clipping in the second game,
mhm.
or Mary's dress on the bed.
Yeah, or just yeah. I mean, even like the it does tie into the cult,
Uh-huh.
um,
Yeah,
and
like
actually
with
in
the
kind of a
water prison
neat.
world being a wish house and everything, which I believe wish house is also mentioned in the third game as well as perhaps the second.
What is this the only game that in any way bridges to the cult? Because there's no cult stuff in two.
There
And like
there's a
there's like
there's like a tiny bit, like there's a bit of flavor text, like there's
all
one particularly that I'm thinking of in Silent Hill 2 where in the
like
graveyard
yeah,
there's like a piece of text that says it was actually censored a little bit in
the
the
Christians thing, yeah.
yeah, in the final release of the game, but it said it was like, oh, this person was a victim of persecution against the Christians. And in the historical society, you have a little bit of lore on the cult, but not all that much.
But there's nothing like that explicitly goes into any of the stuff from one.
Yeah.
Um, like to the point where like you could like if it was instead of called Silent Hill, it was just called like My Wife's in the Trunk or something like that. And other than the aesthetic, the art design or whatever, it could be completely separate.
Yep.
But I think what three mentioned something about what's his fuck there, not Shelby, what's the guy's name? Um,
Douglas.
Douglas is like, oh yeah, I got hired to look for this guy who killed his wife. Or, he alludes to it, but like this is the only one that is like, because there's the clipping. This comes from the clipping, and it
Mhm.
has all the cult stuff from the Silent Hill 1, and 3, where it's like this is like the game that kind of ties those
And of course, Frank
stories together.
Sunderland being
Exactly.
explicitly a part of this story.
Like this explicitly ties all that stuff together in a way that doesn't feel like it's like fuck you, you're like the sloppy way of doing it would make it seem really on the nose, or like really stupid, but like this does it in a way that feels like it's like no, this actually is like like this all relates to the story.
Hmm.
Nothing would not work if you didn't know anything about Silent Hill 2. So I do think they're like I think the I am kind of impressed by the story and the writing of a lot of the even though like we mentioned that there's not a ton of character development for Henry or Eileen really,
Right.
um but like for the most part I think this like I do think there's a lot of good story stuff.
Hmm. I
It's
think I think Walter is a very interesting villain. I think having the entire game revolve around him was a pretty good idea.
is he the first sympathetic villain in the series? Because like none of the cult villains are
Unless
like.
you really want to stretch to make Claudia sympathetic, or unless you really want to stretch to make Alessa in Silent Hill 1 a villain.
But like yeah, this is one where it's like, oh no, like Walter is like, I mean, obviously he's the villain. You don't like feel bad to kill the guy, I assume.
Hmm.
Um, but like it is if you're just kind of like looking at it from the story perspective, it is kind of like, oh well, he's a very sympathetic villain, and that's not super common in this series.
No.
Certainly doesn't get better as the series progresses.
Like you're telling
Um,
me that uh flower monster mom thing from
yeah,
a short message wasn't any
short
better than
message
Walter.
Short message doesn't even have sympathetic protagonists, let alone sympathetic villains. So, yeah, I mean, I thought this was a lot better than I was expecting. I thought this was going to be a shit show. But
I at
I
least
see,
gameplay wise, I thought it was going to go worse than it did.
I see what I mean. At the same time, I see why this game has the reputation that it does. But I do think it seemed like I thought this went better than I was expecting it to in terms of like quality of the game.
No, I mean we're definitely not alone in being Silent Hill fans that like Silent Hill 4. Like I don't want to make it
Mhm.
out to be like, oh, everyone fucking hates this game.
What
Everyone thinks
the
this is the
hell?
worst. No, like people are generally like, if not fans of Silent Hill 4, at the very least respectful of it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah. It's good. It's good stuff. All right. What would you rate it? What's your score?
Oh, good God, we were doing scores now.
What is your score? Well, this is the first time we've really like done the whole thing.
Well,
Other
we
than I
kind of
guess
did
Ape
that with
Escape.
Hollow Knight, and we certainly did that with Ape Escape.
Well, okay. What's your score for Ape Escape? What's your score for Ape Escape?
Well,
I wonder.
my score for Ape Escape is that it's perfect. It's my favorite game ever,
Yeah.
and
And
Hollow Knight
what's
is
your
my
score?
second favorite game
Yeah. What's
ever,
your
so
score
it's
for Hollow
perfect.
Knight? I don't think there was ever really any doubt about like what your thoughts were about those games. Did you
No,
complete? Did we do Crash Bandicoot on this channel
no,
before?
no,
No,
never.
we haven't.
Um, I don't think that it's something I'd really want to stream. It's
I was just trying to remember if that was something we did on the stream, but it's fine.
no, that was
What
just
would
something I
you
played in my basement every once in a while.
say for Silent Hill 4, the game we played for the
Um,
last
I I
3
I
years?
give I give it um I give it a big old bottle of ibuprofen out of 10.
Is I give it a Mets out of 10.
Well, that's bad. That's
No, I'm
terrible.
just kidding. I'm not. I'm just kidding. It's not a Mets. It's um it is a 2022 Cleveland Guardians out of 10.
I don't know how good that is. How did they
That's
do in
you won the
2022?
division. You won the division. It wasn't pretty, but you won it.
Okay. I'll give it that. I think that's a good way to put it.
That's what I'll call him.
Well, that has been Silent Hill 4. Join us next time when we hopefully figure out what the fuck to stream next. See ya.